Hi guys, and welcome to another kamicarzCreations video. Down under the car at the moment, it's up there, motor's down here, and I'm just, I've done a little bit of research on the manifold and the extractors, and I do have an issue with the extractors at the moment. Not sure why, but anyway, I'm going to fit this motor up probably into the car. It may not be the last time it's fitted up or pulled out, but we'll see how we go. Mainly so I can see if those extractors can fit on. I've cleaned up the manifold and I'll show you that, and I'll show you a little bit of the issue I have with the extractors, and then we might lower the car down and try to fit this engine up and drag it back up and have a look at it all in the car. So that's the plan. Let's have a go. So I've given this manifold a little bit of a tidy up in the stud locations. It's a 2-port cane. No, it's a redline torque. 2-port redline torque manifold. Dual throat carby basically is what I'm talking about. And the carby I've got, the 350 Holly, will fit straight onto that. This could have been the original manifold that was on the car, because I originally changed this and put a 12-port head on it and bought that 12-port manifold that I've got. So this is probably back to original again. Funny how you go around in circles, but that's fitting up quite nice and is very usable, and it slides off really easy now where it was binding on those studs before. So I've just relieved those stud locations and now it slides on and off quite nicely. So the issue I have with this set of extractors is that sway bar. So it won't go under. Too low if it goes under, too high if it goes over at this point in time. So that's the reason I'm going to fit it up in the car and see if that changes any of the how the engine sits in the subframe once it's bolted into the car, and then try to fit those extractors up. Now these extractors were originally on the car, so there's no reason why they shouldn't work. I've just got to work out why. This is a different front end, but basically all of the same locations for the swing arm, for the sway bar. So we've just got to get it to fit down a little bit more, and we should be able to get it to work. If not, I've probably got to modify them, but there should be no reason I've got to do that. I think it's just a sitting free issue with everything loose and nothing under tension in that cross member. But we'll see how we go. We'll fit it up in the car. It's going to be nice to see it in the car anyway. I really want to get those extractors on so I can do initial firing of the motor. Oh yeah, that's the easy part. She's down. The gearbox lever has, or the gear stick lever is up in here, poking up in, which is nice because that's a really good position because it's the M20 box. I had to modify the Celica to get it in that position, so really happy about that. Very happy with these wheel jacks. That I didn't use them last time I did this, and that has made it excellent for positioning it side to side. And the holes are reasonably lined up in here. Don't know how well you can see that. The bolts are lined up in there and down in there. And that's the easy part. The hard part is getting that bush and bolt on down there. So it has been difficult in the past. I'm using my clamp method, so a big sash clamp running across the cross member, pulling it in so I can get, and it looks like I've got a lot of clearance down there, which should make it a bit easier. So I might slip some bushes in and see if I can snug some bolts in there. So it's in there, and I have to admit it was a struggle. The easiest part was getting the 4 bolts through the cross member, through the subframe up in the engine bay. These 2 were a little bit more challenging, but you know, nothing super hard. And you can see I've got a little bit of adjusting to do to get the steel bush inside that rubber grommet, and then she's right to lock off. I also found something I bought ages ago. It's a Castlemaine Rod Shop cross member, which seems to work really well, and all the bolt holes line up with the M20. So it's in there at the moment. Hopefully it can stay in there, and we can just move forward and start hooking her up and maybe firing her up eventually. But the reason I put it in there was to see what I can do with those extractors. So I'll have a bit of a play with that now. Rightio, so this is honestly the hardest part, I think, of doing this whole process. I have a little bit of a technique happening now. The main, the 4 bolts or the 4 nuts in the engine bay need to be loose, so you can adjust this position. But getting that little steel sleeve in there, which supports the bolt and the rubber bush, was a bit of an effort. This side went in not too bad. Basically got a lump of wood and a hydraulic jack up under here, lifted it up, and this one slid in pretty well. And on the other side you can see I haven't put that rubber bush on yet, but the sleeve is in there. So slide the rubber bush over, whack a washer on, and put some nylock nuts on there, and she's all tightened up. And then I just got to re-tighten up the bolts up in the engine bay. But another thing I realised, I was having trouble getting those extractors on because of that sway bar, but I also forgot to put the cover on the gearbox, and there's no way, this is a little flywheel cover, there is no way that I can get that on there with the torsion bar in place. So next mission is to disconnect that torsion bar. I can whack the cover on there and I can fit up the extractors, and I'll probably go straight through and lock all them off and then look at the torsion bar after that. So guys, that'll do for now. So good to have that motor, cross member, gearbox, everything back up in there. You know, you do the work on the floor and probably, you know, 30 minutes and slip all of that back up in there. A little bit of fiddling around, you know, getting things perfectly aligned so you can get those little bushes in there. They were the worst thing, those rubber bushes and the little steel sleeve were probably the hardest part. Putting that sash clamp across the cross member and squeezing it a little bit really helped to slide it up in position. But nothing I did sort of hitting it with a rubber mallet to try to position it, it wouldn't move for me. So just using, great having the hoist, but just using a hydraulic jack and a length of wood and squeezing around and levering a little bit, she all came together. So next mission, I'll take that sway bar off, and then I don't think it'll take much to put this Strachey's manifold, that little flywheel cover on, and wire it up. And we're getting really close to firing up this little engine. So keep watching. Hopefully next video I can fire it up. No guarantees, but we'll see how we go. Take care and see you soon.